everyone. Thought about making my own tier list of everything I've played this year. Been a bunch, got a bunch of platinums. I have a few that I wouldn't really count because they're either just 100% with no plat or a couple of auto pops that I got, but I'm gonna put it here because it goes way over 100 either way. So I'm just gonna rank them as for my personal enjoyment. There were a lot of games that were like great games, but I found a little boring or dragged out for a little too long, especially the platinum. And other games were like just surprises, so I'm just gonna go with this. And I had a couple tiers that I know are specific for a few games, but let's see how this goes. And, well, let's start, I guess, with Prince of Persia. This was fun. I would say a little forgettable. Nothing spectacular. Like, I've seen way too many side-scrollers that were like this. It was okay. Nothing special. Liza P, Peak, obviously. Astrobot, Peak. Inner Space, kind of same. Was fun. They had a couple of annoying trophies, but it was alright. Rivals I actually got last year, and this was an auto pop when it dropped on the PS4 version, so I'm gonna put it on, doesn't really count. But it was okay. It had a couple of trophies that were very annoying to get for some of the heroes, but in general it was kind of simple. So it would have been probably on great or really good. Close to the Sun, BioShock copy-paste, pretty much, was okay. I actually kind of expected better, especially with the visuals, but they kind of went a little simple. Now this is a game I kind of hated and was one of those that I had unfinished, and I was like, okay, let me just try and get this done. It was wild. I would put it maybe here, but I actually enjoyed it more than I expected, so I'm actually gonna put it on actually really good. I don't hate it anymore, so it was fun. Same here. No, Silent Hill F. I had high expectations because I loved the remake of 2, and I love the franchise in general. I won't put it on peak because it had a couple of things that I didn't love, but I will say it's really good. I think the switch in vibes was really cool, but I expected a bit more, I don't know, more Silent Hill-y, something wilder. It felt a little, I wouldn't say predictable, but I expected something more different, like by the end. These two games, actually, they're by the same people. There are some small indie games, and they're so weird that I love them. I'm not gonna put them really good because they're still not that great. They are really good, but like, I have other games that I want to put there. I don't see them in the same level, so they are so fun. Both games have like this kind of like radio station or something playing in the background, like it's made by them. It is really fun the way you feel like immersed, and then the gameplay is actually really cool. The golf one had a few difficult levels, but nothing like wild that you go like, oh yeah, I'm gonna drop this, I hate it. I mean, at some point, but if you look it up, like if you're really stumped, nothing terrible. And it was such a unique indie experience for both of them, actually. I really loved it. I recommend these two. I don't think they get enough love. Dark Souls 2. I actually liked it a lot. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate. I liked them pretty much in order. 1 was the one I liked the least. I liked 2 better, and 3 even more. 3 is my favorite Dark Souls. And I know people are gonna lose it over this, but I don't care. I like it a lot. And yeah, that's it. Night Rain, good. Something about the multiplayer thing didn't really click with me that much. It was fun, but it's not the same. But it was fun. Indica was okay too. Kind of I mean, I wouldn't say forgettable because it's so crazy and weird. that I'm not sure what to do with it. I'll leave it here, I guess. I guess that's a good tier for it. Killer Frequency was also a game that I got really surprised by. It's mostly just like audio. You don't do that much, but it was really fun. I actually replatted it. Like, I played it at the beginning of the year and replatted it a couple weeks ago because I really liked the game, and I didn't even know it had another stack. Because if I can avoid auto-popping him, and if it's a game I really like, I don't care, and will replat it, because it's a game I would replay either way, and my completionist side feels like, well, why not? So I did this one again, and it is really, really fun. Chernobylite was fun. I would put it here too. I didn't even know this game existed. I was like, what am I gonna play? I was just scrolling through the PS Plus library, and I found this one, and I was actually surprised. Let's go with Naruto. I don't even know which one this is. Four was, I think I think they were all equally fun. I started these games years ago. I platted the first, and then I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do the others, because I wasn't really getting the plats on games as much, but I ended up going for the rest of the series this year, and I actually had a lot of fun. Some were a bit more challenging, but overall I actually really like them. The nostalgia also hits hard. This game, it's a wild take, but it was really interesting, and I had a bunch of fun with it, so I'm just gonna put it there. This nostalgia hits hard, and every time I play this, it is one of the most fun experiences I have. Like, Slide 2 especially, I can just put it there already, is one of those peak games that I will always have fun. That, alongside with Jak and Daxter or Kingdom Hearts, any Kingdom Hearts, that's why I also have them in this list, spoiler alert, but it's one of those that I can't put anywhere below this. This was also a short-ish indie game, like a horror game, mostly like a walking simulator. Has a couple of puzzles. Simple, fun, they're not that expensive. They look really good for what they are, so that's good. I'm gonna put it there. Vertigo. This game, I'm not sure if I'll put there, here, or here, to be honest. I'll actually change this. I'll just put it on... I'll just name it Meh, and we'll go with it. I will maybe... Nah, I'll keep it like this for now. Yeah, it was fun. The story was okay, but a little confusing, and I actually expected a bit more from it. It's one of those, like, if it were a TV show, at the end of the episode you would be just scrolling on your phone because you lost interest. It was okay, but it wasn't awful, but it wasn't something that I would ever really recommend or replay. It's just, yeah. Well, the Poppy chapters, they're not really games, but I guess I love them. They're really fun. I can just put both here already. I love these are so fun. It's one of those games that that I'm really looking forward to see the PS5 or drop on consoles, because PC gets it so much earlier, and I usually even watch gameplays because I really have fun with these. Jack Holmes. This game, I kind of also expected a bit more like this. The gameplay was a bit bad, but I'll put it there, I guess. Yeah, the platinum wasn't difficult at all. So, yep, you go there. This game was somewhat fun. It is awful. The platinum is terrible. Like, I didn't even go for 100%. I had a bunch of friends asking about that, but I'm like, yeah, no. I got the DLC because it actually helps with the plat, but I'm not gonna 100% this. This is wild. It is way too long. Those crown hunts are some of the worst experiences I've had. Looking at a YouTube video, comparing it centimeter by centimeter, like the little millimeters, it is exactly the same let's say I'm going for the big crown, the monster I have on my screen seems even bigger than the one on YouTube. And surprise, it's not a gold crown, and I just wanted to poke my eyes out. And yeah, this was terrible. And let's not even talk about I don't even remember the jackpot rewards. That was the worst grind I can remember. Maybe not the worst grind, there's other games, we'll get into that soon. But it was one of the worst grinds of my whole experience with platinums. That's, yeah. Lost Records. This was cool. I liked it. I don't think it's as good as the Life is Strange games, but it was pretty fun. This game I love. Sayonara Wild Hearts. This is actually, I would maybe even put it there. I don't know, there's just something so enjoyable about these. Like, I don't really love rhythm games, but this is actually really challenging and it's so fun. The songs are bops. I really like this. This is great. This is a second replat actually. I got the plat last year and now I did the plat when they dropped the other version. Robocop was great, was fun. No, I'll leave it here, it's fine. Creepy Tale 2, another like 2D side scroller, but like way simpler. Goes there, it's fun. This was really fun. Overcooked All You Can Eat. No, I'll keep it here. This was fun with friends. Alone, probably not that fun, but I actually had like a whole party, like all 4 of us, so that was chaotic as hell, but entertaining too. This game right here. This. I had high hopes because it looks like a Tim Burton-esque kind of claymation, a game made out of claymation, Bioshocky. I don't know, there was something that really caught my eye. And the second I go for this, I think this was the most boring game I've ever played. It could have been about the mindset, but I think it was just so boring and I was so disappointed. I almost had to replay it because I thought I had missed something. I was like, I'm just gonna play this blind and then I'll whip out a guide and follow this. A few moments in, I was just like, no, I need to keep an eye. I found a written guide that told me where all the collectibles were because I was not gonna touch this again. If I didn't get the plat, I was about to just drop it. I don't care. It was so tedious. The character moved so slowly. The amount of fetch quests going left, right, loading screens. It was so boring. Unfortunately, I cannot recommend this game. I am so sorry. It was just... yeah. This... I love this. I love Unravel. I've even made the little characters with Yarn too. But the Platinum on 2, it is wild. I hate those timed sections. I had like a friend of mine help me with some, and he actually has great guides to help other people too, even on YouTube, because some of the times on the timed sections are awful. I could not do it just by playing normally. You need kind of like glitches because it's impossible to actually do it. And if you don't know the ones to use, you can't just do it by trying to be quick. Without that help, it would be impossible. Look up, there's a bunch of YouTube videos. I can even link it if someone needs it, but Fort Solis was cool. This feels very, I mean, looking at it, you know exactly what this looks like. Dead Space, Callisto Protocol, more like a walking sim, but I love those sci-fi space games, so it's always fun, and it looked great, and it had a great casting. I think it had Roger Clark and Troy Baker, which is wild for a small indie game. Death Stranding 2, this is funny because I actually remember that I loved the aesthetic and the vibe, but I did not like the first game that much because I expected something different, and it was very repetitive. I'm not one of those... It's either a 0 to 100. I was more leaning towards the 0. I was like halfway, but I didn't love it. with 2, I actually enjoyed this so much that I think I might go back to the first and maybe get the plat on that, because this was awful. I had the plat actually, but it was really good, and I think I'm actually gonna go back to the first because of that too. These two go kind of together, peak and plat kill the vibe, because I just won't put them up there because the platinum was really annoying. Little Nightmares 3. Yeah, I was expecting way more. I absolutely love 2. I even got the plat on it again this year too, because that is one of my favorite games. I love indie games, especially if they have like this eerie, creepy vibe. I love it, the atmosphere, the music. This game, I don't think it even had original music. It barely even had music. I remember the first game and the second game, as you went through the game, the music would hit you and you would get those little melodies in your head, and this one didn't even have any. The bosses I didn't love. I know a lot of people actually liked the big baby from the first level. I hated it. I don't even think it looks like a Little Nightmares monster. It was just so bad. But the level designs, they looked cool. The gameplay was made for a 2-year-old. Way too simple. And don't even get me started on the AI. That was awful. I can imagine that playing with someone would have been maybe better, but the AI was so stupid, it was painful. But yeah, it was okay. I'm waiting for the free DLCs that I have on at least the version I have of the game. Been like a year or something, which is also kind of crazy, but yeah. It was good. I wouldn't say forgettable, because it's Little Nightmares. Monster Hunter Wilds, this finally was decent. You now have binoculars where you can see the crowns from a distance. The requirements for the plat were not as bad, so I actually like this one a lot. It's a game that I would see myself getting back to. I don't want to touch Monster Hunter Rise again. Silksong, this one of my favorite games. It would have been my game of the year. Yes, I have not played Expedition yet. I'm planning on playing that next year. Same with Ghost of Yote. There's a couple big games that I haven't played yet, but it was amazing. At first I thought the music wasn't going to be as good, but as I got into it, it actually is. It's crazy. The gameplay is so good. And I wouldn't say it killed the vibe, actually. I'm going to keep it here, because I knew what I was getting into. Unlike other games that I will place a couple of games here that I knew the plat was awful, but with this one, that was the point. Like, you can't expect Hollow Knight to have an easy plat, because that's not the point. So, yeah. Borderlands 1 was really fun, especially if you play co-op. Nothing amazing. 2 was maybe a bit more fun, but they were both quite entertaining. Midnight Walk, that was really good. That was what I expected Harold Halibut to be like, because it's also like a claymation kind of thing. These guys have made another game that I love, which is Lost in Random. I've actually platted that twice too. It is so good, so fun. The same kind of humor. The narrator is the same in both The Midnight Walk and Lost in Random. I definitely recommend these. These are beautiful and so fun to play. Black Myth Wukong, that goes on peak. I know, I loved it. It was actually so fun. That and Sekiro, both were challenging as hell, but so entertaining that I dropped Sekiro when I first played it, because I actually expected something like Ghost of Tsushima, and it was not, because I didn't even know about Souls games when it came out. I didn't play games as much. So when I started it and I was not clicking with it and dying left and right, I was just like, no, screw this. I don't want to play this. I sold the game. And this year, after I got every other FromSoft game done, a friend of mine was like, why don't you do Sekiro? And I'm like, yeah, no, I can't do that. But at the same time, I was like, can I? Do I? I want to love it. I want to enjoy it. And I thought I wasn't gonna do it. but here we are. That was intense. It didn't really kill the vibe, and it was really cool. It's actually one of my favorite FromSoft games now. Another Crab's Treasure, really good. I also thought this was like a kind of game, but when I played it, it was way more fun than I expected. So, really love this. Indiana Jones, same thing, really, really good. Scorn was fun. Nothing spectacular, actually, but yeah, it always reminds me of Alien, which is one of my favorite things ever. But little, I expected a bit more. I was getting lost a lot. Tin Hearts. Now this is an interesting one, because the game, like the puzzles, are really nice, but there's a buggy trophy that I was about to lose my mind over. So like, they updated the game, and there's a couple of levels, or especially one, that they changed entirely. The whole design of the level, the puzzle. And if you load the game, you're playing normally, you get obviously the new version of the level, and that doesn't make the trophies pop because they change the amount of little soldiers you have to save. So what you have to do is play the level, the new level, up to a specific part, quit out or something like that. I don't remember. Actually, I know exactly what to do. I have it written somewhere, but I don't remember now. And then when you load the level again, it randomly puts you in the old version of the level, which you can now complete. It is so crazy that they have not fixed that. And yeah, that was a very interesting take, talking to people that had gotten it, finding random YouTube videos from other languages that you could somehow figure out what they were doing. This was weird, but it was really nice. It was wholesome. It was a fun mechanic. I actually liked this a lot. Guardians of the Galaxy was really cool too. I'll even put it here. Yeah, I expected something more like, I don't know, more open world or something. Kind of like Spider-Man, which I wasn't really feeling. I mean, I liked Spider-Man, but I didn't feel like playing another open world game like that. But when I found out this was actually linear, like a story game, more like the Jedi games, I enjoyed it a lot. It was really cool. Well, Naruto goes alongside the other Naruto, which was here. Yep. Amnesia. I don't know if I'll put it here or here. I'll leave it here. This is so stupid that you need to play 3 games to get 1 plat. I've had this in my library for years, and I never wanted to go for it because I had to even repeat a couple of the games. I had to play I played the first. I had to get every collectible. You don't even have guides online. You barely have anything. This is such a famous game. I even had to look for a random YouTube video in like a different language. Didn't even have like timestamps or anything, so I had to like keep an eye out to see if I wouldn't miss a collectible. On the second game, same thing. The third is like a way shorter experience that you have to do something specific to get it. That was actually the easiest for me. I had to replay the second game because the collectible trophy didn't pop, and it carries over from through all games, and I was losing my mind. That was so awful. I don't recommend this plat. If you like the games, the classics, I never got into them back then, so I kind of only play them now, but it was a terrible platinum. Games were okay, nothing special, because obviously now I have everything that is inspired by these that is like good too, so yeah, terrible platinum. Nobody Wants to Die. This was really cool. I love the Blade Runner cyberpunk-esque aesthetic Bioshock. This was like a mix of all of that, so I really liked it, so I'll put it there. Viewfinder, really good. I also had a bunch of fun with this. I love these kind of chill games where you don't even need to even think about looking at a guide. I think I did for like one of the levels that I was stuck in, but overall you could actually do everything by yourself. Oh, Secret of the Mimic. Let me think, this was a while ago. I think this was really fun. It also had a couple, like I played it pretty much on release, so you didn't really have guides because everyone was experiencing it. I remember there was like a trophy or two that I didn't know what to do, that I was like really stuck, and I ended up figuring that out or like looking it up and seeing other people that were also like confused about it. But it was fun. I actually like these modern Five Nights at Freddy's games more than the classics because I never grew up with them. I like the kids were the ones playing it. I was already like a teen, and I didn't like them that much. But these are fun. I'd rather play something like play the game. I never really clicked with the others, but I actually want to try them because I never really played them. But I want to try them because I actually enjoyed these last entries a bunch. So I think I will actually try. I mean, besides Help Wanted, I mean the classic ones. So I might give that a go. Humanity was also really fun. Far Changing Tides. I'm not sure because it was fun, but I don't think I would put it on great. I think it's still gonna be kind of forgettable. I almost forgot about, literally, I forgot about it until I saw it on this list that I had played it. So it was nice. It was nice. Wild Hearts. This is a Monster Hunter copy paste. Also had a bit of an annoying plat, so I'll just leave it there because I would either put it here, or here, or here. But the plat wasn't great, so I'll just drop it wherever. Neva was good. A nice what you see is what you get kind of platformer side scroller. It was wholesome, so that's why I put it on great instead of forgettable. Steel Rising, another Souls-like that was actually kind of fun. I expected a bit more because the visuals give me like kind of like Lies of P, but it wasn't terrible, so I will leave it there. Don't Starve Together was really good. I tried to go for the 100% on the first game. I want to see if I can try it again, but the first game has something like, if you tried like the hardest trophy, if you go for it and you close the game or you save-ish and leave and reopen, the game doesn't open and it's corrupted, so you would have to level up to level 50 again to unlock the characters from scratch. And that is not fun. So it's either the hardest trophies in one sitting or not at all. And that's not fun. This, however, was really fun. I had never played a Don't Starve game. I played it with a friend. This was a really fun co-op experience. The bosses were wild to defeat without the gunpowder cheat, I guess if you could call it that. They would have been impossible. And even like that, it was really tough sometimes. But it was fun. Kind of boring sometimes, but I would say it was fun. The visuals, the aesthetic of it is really cool. I love the art style, very Tim Burton. So I'll keep it there. It's good. The Hitman games, I like these a bunch. I love the new Hitman games, the trilogy. I played that so much as they were coming out. These were fun. Not as fun because I don't know if it's just the graphics or the gameplay or if I just got used to the new ones, but these were fun. Not really good or peak fun, but yeah, I think they're cool there. Dead by Daylight. This I actually got the 100% on both versions. I actually have one of the versions. I would put it here because I auto popped kind of. I had to do a few trophies still, but I won't really count it. This was really good. I thought I was gonna hate this. I started this with a friend a while ago. I had like 1% on the trophies for a few months until another friend was like, let's just do this. I still need to finish this. And it was so fun, especially with a group. Like I had a bunch of friends, like, yeah, we did like boost a bunch of the killer trophies and whatnot, because otherwise it would have been, yeah, everyone knows. I didn't even need to explain it. But I thought I was not gonna like this. And I surprisingly got really addicted to this. I played a lot of this. I have so many hours. Really fun. Eleanor, yeah, it was good. Never thought I'd play a Rockstar game because I don't generally love them. But yeah, I did. I enjoyed it. We'll go back to Rockstar soon. And this wasn't too long, which is what I enjoyed about it. Forgotten Anne. This was kind of boring. I'll maybe put it here on meh. I expected a lot. Like, it has some Studio Ghibli vibes, but the story and the gameplay were a bit underwhelming. Undertale. I know this is so loved, but I just didn't really click with it. I know. Yeah. We Were Here. I've played all of them. Like, I don't even remember which one this is. We Were Here too. Yeah. It was okay. This was not the best one of the series. But it was okay. Well, now this is gonna be interesting. So, let me actually zoom out a bit. Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, so Kingdom Hearts 2. I love these games so much, the whole series. Kingdom Hearts 2 is one of my favorite games ever. Kingdom Hearts 2, I did the PS3 version, because I've already done the PS4 version ages ago. I will put it on peak, even though this platinum is intense. There's no other place this game can be at. That is it. Even on the PS3 version, which was clunky and 30 FPS, it was crazy. Well, this is one of those Kingdom Hearts games now that I said I was never going to get the plat on because it was boring and I knew the platinum was awful. Dream Drop Distance, DDD. So this was actually not as bad as I thought. I will still leave it here because it had a very annoying set of trophies and the requirements and kind of boring stuff you had to do. It was not as bad as I thought it was gonna be like. So I'm actually not sure. Maybe I'll put it here actually because I expected it to be really dense, boring, and slow. But they were actually like organized, and because I could carry some of the monsters or something, I don't remember what I had to do, but it was not as bad as I thought it would have been. Kingdom Hearts 1, same thing. Call it nostalgia, whatever. I just replatted the PS3 version of 1 and 2. The other ones were the PS4 versions. These are like Kingdom Hearts 1 was obviously the first one, but I like 2 way more. The combat, like everything is so much nicer, but 1, it still has to go there. There's no other spot for it. Rechain of Memories, that is gonna be on Plat Kill the Vibe. I had more fun with it. Another game that I thought I was never gonna plat. Had more fun with it than I expected. But the grind, especially the Riku grind at the end, like going in and out, Sora's as well, to level up, farming the same thing on the hardest difficulty. You couldn't even die. It was so boring. I don't remember being so bored, so it has to go there. Power Wash, replatted it, then I played the second one too. This is really good. I don't care. It's so fun. Dark Souls 3, that goes on peak. That was my favorite Dark Souls, like I said before. Oh, not there. And I love the vibes. I know a lot of people think it's way too gray, but I love the darker aesthetic, the contrast. It still has a bunch of contrast. The colors, the music. Like, the final boss was one of the few final bosses that got me like, damn. Like, the music, everything was so good. Naruto 2 goes next to the other Narutos. Really fun too. Wait, where are the Narutos? There. Resident Evil 0 was great. I wouldn't say amazing. There were a bunch of flaws with it, but it was I don't know, I'll actually put it there. It was actually really good. I'm only missing one Resident Evil game out of the main games. I only need to do Revelations 2. All the others are done. Batman Arkham Asylum. That was... I'll actually put it here. This was terrible. I thought it was gonna be okay, but like those few last trophies were awful. Like with I don't even remember the arena stuff. I don't know, like the multipliers, the points. That was not fun. The Testament of Sherlock Holmes. It was okay. I enjoy these Sherlock Holmes games, but this one I had never played, and it was just okay. Code Veronica. So this one is wild. So there's two versions of the game, the European and the American version. I mean, there's more obviously, but the Japanese, but I'm not counting that. I mean that the European version runs slower than the others, meaning that the speedrun trophies, especially like those level specific ones that you have to beat under 6 minutes, if the game runs slower, it is so crazy to get that. I actually had to ask a friend for help, and I had to use this version of the game to be able to get the times, and then I did, and it wasn't difficult. And I was struggling so much on the European version. It was actually insane how different it was. Like, it feels like you slow down the video to like half the speed. It's crazy. I'll put it here because it wasn't okay but awful platinum. The plat did kill the vibe, so I'll put it up there. Timeisia was really good. Another Souls-like. I know this one doesn't get a lot of recognition, but like the Plague Doctor vibe, the aesthetic, that always is a plus for me, and it was fun. Really fun, actually. Little Nightmares 2, Peak, I already talked about it before. Tormented Souls. This was something that I never heard about before, and it was really good. And I loved it a lot. I'm waiting to play the second. I know there's a lot of bugs and crashes, so I'm waiting for that because I don't want to be on doing the whole thing without dying playthrough, like the permadeath thing, and having the game crash on me at the end, or discovering everything I've heard about something like that and then not popping because it is buggy. So I'm waiting for an update on that first. Fix, I don't know. Final Fantasy VII. This was an auto pop, so I'll just put it here. I mean, because I played it and then I popped the other version, the PS5 version. Power Wash 2. I actually think this was maybe better than the first because it had a bunch of new mechanics that was really entertaining. Spider-Man 2. I also auto popped this one, so I'm not counting it really. Moving Out was fun, but not as fun as the other one. The second game was more fun because it could actually co-op it with like online. DBD, like I said, I kind of auto-pop part of it. I'm not gonna count it. I auto-pop part of it. I had to redo a few trophies. Some were annoying because you don't even have a tracker on the PS4 version. So, yeah. Martha is Dead. This game surprised me a lot. Maybe not on really good. I'll still put it on great. This is also an indie game. It looked amazing. It was a fun story. This was cool. Sword of the Sea. This was really good. By the same people that made Journey and whatnot. This was a really beautiful game, and the gameplay was really smooth and fun. Alien Rogue Incursion. Amazing. Like, the Alien games have not disappointed so far. So, yeah. Orcs Must Die 3. This is a game that was fun because I played with a friend, but even that was not that fun. Like, the hardest difficulty was annoying because you kind of had to look up a strategy. Otherwise, it's almost impossible. It's like looking at the solution on what items to use and what to do. So yeah, I'll keep it here. Uno, I'm gonna put it here because it doesn't have a platinum. It was fun. It's like just like this other Kingdom Hearts game. I don't understand why shovelware gets a plat and then you have actual games that don't. That still baffles me. These two games, Season and Valiant Hearts, also go here because these four are the games that don't have a platinum, but only 100%, and it's ridiculous in my opinion. These are fully fleshed out games, especially Kingdom Hearts 2.8 or Fragmentary Passage 0.2, whatever, like all of that. This game actually was tougher than some other Kingdom Hearts games. You have really difficult bosses. It's a very short experience. Like, I know it was kind of like a teaser for Kingdom Hearts 3, the gameplay and whatever, but I know this is still considered like a 6 out of 10 at least, or something like that, and that is crazy that it doesn't have a platinum. It's, yeah. The other two are really fun too. Air Lost Memories, I think that's the name, or something like that. That was okay. Nothing special. Just looks like kind of a copy paste of assets of a bunch of these kind of indie looking games. Thank Goodness You're Here was weird. I wouldn't say forgettable because of how weird it was. It was fun. Okay. Before we get into that, I'm just gonna rank Karma. That was a really good game. I enjoyed this a lot. It was really cool. I can't really compare. I don't know. I'd say like Soma is a good comparison to something that could be like kind of similar. There was a vibe of like cyberpunk meets Soma meets, I don't know. It's cool. I like this a lot. Red Dead. We all know that this is going here. I was forced by a few friends because this is the game that I've always said I'm never ever gonna play this game. And I was kind of forced. There was some blackmail. There was like some, please play this, I will watch a full show, I will play whatever, please play this. Ended up caving in because there was a sale, and I was like, sure, I hate cowboys, I don't find that fun, I think that's boring, I don't enjoy it, I don't like the desert vibes. And there were parts of the game that I didn't love. There were others I actually had a bunch of fun with. And there were, thankfully, the grindy trophies were not that difficult. The RNG gods were on my side this time, kind of. Didn't have that much trouble with it. The online was absolutely disgusting. I wanted to have this game finished this past year, 2025, and I ended up making it. I still plotted 2 other smaller games after that because I thought I was not gonna be able to. I was so on edge about it, not having fun with online. Running, tapping X, the controls are hideous. Tapping X non-stop to run from one point of the map to the other to get all the goddamn cars, and yeah. But yeah, it's a good game. What comes after? This was a small side-scroller indie game, very short. It was nice, nothing special. Same with this one. This one was actually nicer. Behind the Frame, yeah. This is a very chill art, like kind of art meets cozy meets, yeah, I don't know. Just a very, very chill game, like a 2D animated game. You paint, it's nice. As Dusk Falls, this game was actually really good. I'll even put it here. This is kind of like a Telltale game, and I thought this was gonna be ass. And then I found out it even won one of the awards of a Game of the Year a couple of years ago, and I was so surprised with this. This was really nice. It's like it has real people, but like clearly with like either painted over or like a filter, and the kind of graphics, the way it plays, it's a very unique kind of thing. So that's cool. That's cool. While we wait here, this was actually way better than I expected. I thought this was gonna be like one of those really forgettable indie games. It reminds me of Mouthwashing a bit, the game. I haven't played that yet, but I've watched it a bunch. It's still not like my favorite, but I know it's a very intriguing game. I want to play it because it's supposed to dropping on consoles too. But this was cool. Killer Frequency, like I said, I played this again. I'll put it next to the other one. Or, I can't even put it here. Doesn't even count. Doesn't really count because it is a replat. I didn't auto-pop it. I played the full game again. But I'll put it there because I'm not going to rank it twice. Pools was surprisingly great. Like, it gave me like some Backrooms vibe. The graphics were amazing. This is like a game made for VR. You don't have monsters, but you get lost a lot. But it was a really, really cool, unique experience. I loved it a lot. Borderlands 2, same thing I've said before. It is really fun, especially if you play with a friend. Obviously it has some annoying trophies, but nothing that would really kill the vibe. I did the 100% too. Yeah, the first one had like a couple of DLCs that were disgusting, but I'm kind of only counting the plat here. The Last Case of John Morley, yeah. The poster looks really cool. And I thought this was gonna be fun. I saw so many ChatGPT pictures on the walls. I'm pretty sure the cover is an AI picture too. And the game was way too simple. The voice acting was a little off. I feel like this is kind of almost an AI thing, and I don't care for it. And I was so disappointed. So, yeah. Lutu, or like some people would say Ludo. Lutu literally means grief, both in Portuguese and I think Spanish and maybe Italian, I'm not sure. This was like PT meets oh my god, I forgot the name of the game. I don't know. This was fun, but nothing like spectacular. I'll leave it here. I know a lot of people expected something like Madison or one of those kind of games, more not just a weird loop where you don't even escape from anything. I knew it was gonna be like weird. I know a lot of people love this. I know a lot of people hate this. It was good. I knew kind of what it was gonna be like, so I didn't expect like an actual horror game. It's more psychological. It is like messed up about grief and whatever, mourning, and yeah. And to finish it off, yeah, Blade Runner Enhanced Edition. I did not even know there was a Blade Runner game. This was surprisingly fun. I'll put it on great. Surprisingly fun. I don't usually love like these old games. I am a very visual person, so if something doesn't click with me, I just don't care for it that much. But this was actually fun. I like the aesthetic of it. I've noticed this year I've played a few old games like Code Veronica. It was tank controls, and I was like, oh my god, no, I hate this. And I actually ended up getting used to it, and I enjoyed it. Same with this. Blade Runner was fun. It had a trophy that was a bit annoying, like in a shooting range. Obviously, every time you have cops, you have to have the shooting range trophy. But besides that, yeah, I liked it. So this is kind of like my tier list of the year. It was a bunch of games, a bunch of experiences. I'm really proud of some of these. I have a really big list, some crazy games, had a lot of time, and I'm really happy. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. Any questions, thoughts, feel free to drop them. But yeah, keep in mind, this is my personal taste. So that's it. Thank you.